हेलो माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, हाउ आर यू ऑल। मज़े में हैं आप सब लोग? होना भी चाहिए, क्योंकि आप सब लोग डॉक्टर जो बनने वाले हैं। तो आप मज़े से पढ़ो, एंजॉय योर प्रिपरेशन। दैट्स व्हाट आई वुड लाइक टू टॉक टू यू टुडे. So it is not my usual video where I'm going to take a particular topic or anything. I just want to talk to my students. There are many of my students who are writing the NEET exam. So, for their purpose, for their sake, I want to just talk to them freely and give some motivation to them. So, I have taken down some points for to motivate you. I have listed down some points. So, first one, if we take, what is the aim? So, what is the aim of your study, aim of your preparation? I am very much sure most of you or almost all of my students, all biology students have taken the group to become a doctor, or some definitely have other aims also, like they have passion for biology, so they have taken biology as the group. Whatever may be the case, now the task in front of us is the NEET exam. So definitely all of you must should prepare for it, and I'm sure you're going to prepare and you're going through it also. And regarding this aim to become a doctor, of course it was my aim also as a child, as a student, but due to some unavoidable reasons I actually could not enter into medical field. But I have chosen a field which maybe I was not initially interested, but later, once I joined the field, once I tasted what is the success in that field, I started loving my field. I started loving my children. All my students, I simply love them. I feel if I am with them, now of course I am in front of camera, which actually not giving me much satisfaction. When I am with my students face to face, it is like a stress relief for me. Whatever problems we have come across in our daily life, in our family, once we enter into class, for I'm sure this is for every teacher, once we enter into class, once we see your faces, it is like something a stress relief. We enjoy a lot our profession. So similarly, all of you have chosen the first aim, I am sure, to become a doctor. So therefore, nowadays, we have seen the immense importance of a doctor, the tremendous work the doctors are doing. And I'm sure our future, your juniors also, those who are just in schools, your brothers, sisters, or any other children who are in schools, they must be inspired by the working conditions of working of our doctors, the way they are dedicated to this field, especially our country is going through such crisis. So they are dedicated to their field and they are saving so many lives. So doctor now we see as next to God. Like a mother's importance in life, mother gives birth to a child. But I am sure we can believe doctor as a doctor gives rebirth to us. A doctor definitely gives rebirth to us. So that is the immense. I always tell my students, doctor's profession is the number one profession, and remaining all professions only come later. I give the number one position to a doctor's profession. So the aim, your aim should be very strong here. I know we are all going through some crisis, and I'm sure this is going to be temporary. It is not going to be permanent at all. Any difficulty, any crisis, any problems in life will just pass away with time. I'm sure this is also going to pass away with time. So don't deviate yourself from this aim. Keep it just like aim. I always give the example of our mythology Mahabharata Arjuna. Arjuna's aim and concentration is just at the target, not anywhere else. Taking the same as inspiration, I am sure you must be, your target should be only to achieve the NEET, to do the best in your NEET exam and become a doctor. That is how you have to study. Now, my second point is what is patience? A doctor or would-be doctors like you should have immense patience. I feel now during the time of this COVID crisis, the God has given us chance or given you people a chance to become more and more patient, to become more, show more patience. Initially, the exam was scheduled on May 3rd, but due to all these reasons, due to unavoidable, unexpected reasons, the exam has to be postponed to July 6th. July 6th also it was, government was not able to conduct. So exam is again postponed to September 13th. So it is now 3 months behind whatever the schedule was earlier. So this should not worry you at all. Don't lose your patience. Think it's a God's gift. It's a God's gift that you have got such a lot of time again to study. Because some of the students must have given it up that they don't want to study. For them it's a boon. So start it once again, no problem at all. Since as a biology person, I would definitely say do the biology part very well. And then you can get a better score to get your target or to get the seat. So that patience you have to show. During this time, if you are showing lot of patience, I am sure you are going to achieve whatever you want. So it is like a testing period. But think it positively. If you have not done some topics in some subjects earlier, this is the time you got to revise them and then once again start doing them. So I sincerely suggest all my students, so start doing that right now and then you can definitely perform very well in your final exam. Then the third aspect I would say is a lot of dedication. Whatever work we do, we should not do it half-heartedly. Like just because you want to get rid of it, you should not study. Or just because your mother is asking to study, father is asking to study, or a teacher is forcing you to study, that kind of study will never work. The kind of work or study or even in our position we will be able to do effectively or successfully or efficiently only if we have some dedication towards our profession. If we don't have any dedication, we'll be just doing the things as directed. As somebody says do this, we will do that. But that will not give any effective results. Whatever work we do, wholeheartedly, our mind and soul, we should put into that work. That is called as dedication. Again, you have got a chance to improve this particular aspect in yourself. Because dedication is the important character for a doctor. Unless a doctor is dedicated towards his or her profession, they can never be successful. Doctor has to work 24/7. Whenever they are called, they must just go. They cannot say we are sleeping so we just can't go now. So they have to go whenever they are called for. So they have to be available 24/7. That is called as a dedication. So at this time, since you got enough time, even I would like to suggest that this dedication you have to improve. Whatever may be the amount of hard work you have to do it now. And another very important point now is all of you are staying at home. One positive point of staying at home is you are cared for. You are cared. This is mainly those who are in hostels, students. You have come back to your home. So this is a care your mother or father will take care of you. At the same time, you should not take any advantage of staying at home. There are many advantages one will take of staying at home. That's what I'm going to do with the next point. So don't take any advantage of staying at home. Be dedicated to your work. Now the next point which I come is what is called as a discipline. This is another very important point which you have to follow. Now what is the discipline? So now suppose you have to go to college. What you do, you just get ready and you just say take bath, get ready, dress up and then go to the college. That becomes a routine. But now at home, It is very difficult to continue with the same habit, but you have to do it. You get up early. Always I suggest to get up early. Getting up early is very, very healthy habit. And as usual, as you get ready for going to a college, you should get ready. And then breakfast, everything. As you go, do as your daily routine when you go to the college, you have to do all that. That is what is the self-discipline. Another discipline point which you have to follow is regarding your dresses or clothing. Don't wear a casual dress, night dresses. If you wear a casual or a night dress, we feel like relaxing. Try to wear a formal, even though you are at home, especially when you are studying. Try to wear a formal dress as you wear when you go out. And then, of course, when you are sleeping, you have to change it to night dress. This is what you have to follow. Another point in discipline is your sitting position. Where you are sitting, which place you are sitting. You have to sit in a place where you don't feel sleepy. So definitely not on bed. You should never sit on bed and then start studying. So naturally after 5-10 minutes, if you get bored of one subject, you just start falling asleep. So don't sit on bed. If you have if you are provided with a separate room and a study table and chair, happily you should sit there. Suppose those who don't have, it is not provided. Best way to sit down and study. Sitting down and study, you will not feel any sleepy. You will not feel sleepy while sitting down. That is another very important aspect while you are sitting. So that is what I would say, the discipline which you will follow at home. The next point comes is the planning. With all this, how you have to study. How you have to study is you have to plan it. Like allot time for each subject. Suppose out of the 4 subjects, botany, zoology, physics, chemistry, you feel you are weak in one particular subject, then you start allotting more time for that. But allot time for each subject. Suppose you are studying, concentrating more on physics and chemistry, never neglect biology. Biology is the important. It is very, very important for your ranking in final exam. So never neglect biology. So allot some time for biology. Plan it properly. Again, suppose you start with biology, say botany. You start with that. Start with listing down first what are the difficult topics which you have to once again revise. So start revising that. Plus take the help. Take the help of your teachers. I'm sure you must be in contact. So take the help of your teachers. So revise all the points, whatever instructions are given to you. But proper planning and timetable is very, very important. And then last I come to is food, and I will add here also rest part of it. Food and what is the rest. So first if we take the food part, what you should take. Never go for any junk food first thing. Of course these days we cannot go out. So there is say nothing of going out and having outside food. But you may ask your mother to prepare junk food. You may demand, you may not ask, you may demand your mother to prepare a junk food. But don't do that. Don't ask. What I suggest is eat a very, very soft and nutritious food, which is easily digestible. Never eat too spicy foods. Spicy foods will make you more and more sleepy. Suppose you have a heavy lunch, eat some biryani and then eat full stomach and then try to study. Naturally, you'll never be able to concentrate and you will fall asleep. Eat nutritious food. Include milk and fruits in your diet. You should have 2 times milk and then you should have lot of fruits. Plus, I suggest your mothers also, show this to your mothers also, that they should give a nutritious food, not a junk food. Junk food, I mean the oily and deep fried foods. So avoid those deep fried foods and drink fruit juices and other nutritious foods. You must be knowing many. you should have. And never demand whatever mother gives. Try to have that. The next aspect is the rest. Rest is very, very important. Rest also. So suppose continuous reading of say for 2 to 3 hours. Suppose you feel that you are tired. Take a just nap of about 10-15 minutes. Power nap, that we call it as a power nap. So take a nap of 10-15 minutes. It should be strictly 10 to 15 minutes only, because if you go to deep sleep, you will not get up for many hours. So power nap we call to get energy once again, to become active once again. So just you have to take a break of 15 minutes or so, take a good nap and then again start studying. And during night time, you should definitely have a sleep of about 6 hours, because you are getting the time whole day. So you should get a good sleep of 6 hours. Suppose you work throughout the day, that satisfaction itself will help you to have a sound sleep during night. Suppose the whole of the day you waste due to some reason or the other, suppose you start wasting your time. During night time also, that worry will be there in your mind that you did not do anything during daytime. So you will not feel sleepy, or you will not be able to have a good sleep, a deep sleep or a sound sleep. That will not give rest to your body at all. So with all these precautions, taking all these precautions, keeping the aim in your mind, if you start preparing, I am sure the most important feature I am going to just mention is called as irritation. You will not be irritated. Otherwise, I am sure you must be irritating your mothers too often these days, because you are at home. So this irritation comes because you feel restless. Why restless? You're not, you in the mind you feel you want to study. Mind says you have to study. But other part of mind, say one part of mind says you have to study. Other part of mind is contradicting. You are not studying. So with this conflict of mind, finally the outcome is zero. You are not able to get whatever outcome you have to get it. So with that you get irritated. Your mind becomes stressful with irritation. So you start irritating people who are around you. One very important stress relief, of course, this you know it all of you. What I want to say is, morning when you get up early, those who can do about 10 to 15 minutes of meditation and yoga. Start praying. Whoever, whichever God you believe, you start praying, do some meditation for about 10 to 15 minutes, or do some form of exercise at home, depending on whatever is available to you. So I am sure with all these points which I discussed, it should be definitely helpful to you. Plus some more points, whatever comes to you, you should definitely follow. But I sincerely wish all of you should to only aim for your NEET exam. So your objective should be only how to prepare for NEET exam, not anything else. Don't deviate your mind from this particular objective or a aim. I hope students this is helpful to you. Thank you very much for listening. I'll be definitely eagerly waiting for your feedback. Have a good day. Study very well.